Hey, so today I want to show you just a little trick about transposition, which will make writing songs a lot easier, and it'll make your songs that you write better, hopefully, because you will be able to experiment a lot more without having to worry about notes and scales quite so much. All today's tip is that if you transpose your keyboard, you can play any scale, either major or minor, by just using the white keys. It's a really simple little hack so that you don't have to worry too much about which key does what. It'll always play in the scale that you want. Okay, we are now over here on the keyboard, and I've got a patch loaded up. It's a bass. Now, because of the way the musical scale is set up, a C major scale is this. The relative minor to that is this, which is A minor. So the cool thing is that if you were playing in A minor, you can use any white keys and it'll still be in A minor. What if we could just transpose A minor to be whatever key we want? Well, of course you can. So I'm just going to do it on the keyboard, but I want my song to be in F. So we go down 4. So A, 1, 2, 3, 4, F. So we've gone down 4. And so I'm now playing F minor by starting on the A key on my keyboard. So as long as I treat this as my root note, I'm all good. So I'll record some. I've moved on to the chords. So now you can just kind of jam out chord progressions really easily. What have we got here? Let's take a quick look at our MIDI. I'm just consolidating everything. Okay, so we've got our bass line. It starts on F, which we started on A on the keyboard, but it's really F in the music. And, it's all in the scale of F minor. We got our chords. Look, we start with a 1. We're all good. I mean, you get the idea, right? You can transpose A minor to play in any scale. You can do the same thing with C major, but most of the music I write's in a minor scale. And so I'll quite often transpose my keyboard to where I need to be playing, and I'll just muck around till I get something interesting, and then I'll edit it further. And I find it a lot faster and more fun than just sitting there blindly grinding away on the key roll. The good news is that if you don't have transpose on your keyboard, you can still do this. So I've put my keyboard back to 0. I'm now pushing an A key, and we get an A key here. But you remember that in order to transpose to F minor, it was just moving the pitch down 4 steps. Well, there's a MIDI tool for that. So MIDI effects, pitch, -4. Now the thing which isn't so great about this is that when I press A, it still shows A, but it will play an F. So you can get a bit of a mismatch between what your clip is playing and what you are seeing. That's why I prefer to do it on my keyboard when I'm going to do it. Here's our EQ. We're looking for the note. The note is F3. It's showing an A in the MIDI roll, but it's playing an F in audio. So what can we do to show an F as well? Well, we can add another MIDI track. We can take the ins from our one where we've added the pitch tool, and we can record it in. That's showing the same note as the audio that's coming out. So you could, if you wanted to, set up an input channel which will take the untransposed input, transpose it, and then you could record into your other channels from that. So I'll show you how to set that up just in case. Let's use this MIDI channel. We'll move our transpose onto it. Anything coming into this channel is now going to be transposed down 4 steps. So I'm going to put it way up the top because we're not going to actually use it. And I'm going to call it transpose. And then on our lead channel, which is no longer being transposed, so an A is still an A, we can take the input from one transpose. And now an A is an F. You've got to have both tracks armed in order for this to work. So it's not the best solution, but it is another way that you could work so that it's a little more intuitive, and the notes that show up in the piano roll are actually the notes that are being played, not the notes that you played. See how it gets confusing? But that's the overall tip. That's what I got for you today. If you've got the capability to transpose your keyboard, push it into the key that you want to work in. So if you're in a minor scale, you want to start using A as your root note, and you just want to transpose up or down to get into the same key. And if you're in a major scale, you want to use C as your reference point. I'm going to add a lead sound to this just to prove that it works. And I hope you have a great day.